All right, welcome back to the channel, y'all. This is gonna be one cut, no edits, no nothing. So I'm just gonna tell this straight from the heart, but I want to explain to you the importance of a notebook and how that can lead to your success on breaching the game industry, but also allowing your creativity to actually flow. And this was brought up because yesterday I found an old notebook of mine from when I had just graduated college and I was looking for a job for about a year. And in this notebook, I created a mobile game, and this is a little lightning bolt. And I created a narrative that was based on the emotions and the turmoil and the depression that I was going through for about a year until I actually got the gig at QA at Naughty Dog. And so during that moment, I was having intense nightmares. I was having terrible nightmares that I would instantly wake up from once, I don't know, I got shocked awake, or maybe it was the stress of it, I don't know. But as soon as I woke up, I wrote it down. And this right here, this is a world that I created with characters, factions, and each character was an embodiment of a personality that I was either displaying, the personalities that made up my one personality, or a personality that I truly wanted to be. Anything except what I was during that moment is the personality that I instilled in these characters in this notebook. But I'm gonna open this up, and like the creativity just flowed. Like I haven't had this much creativity in years because I keep a notebook, but mainly it's for AAA work, so I really don't write stuff for myself anymore. But my God, like I was so into what I was creating that this is just like basic loose leaf paper. And you can see on here, this is at the top you'll see Shadow of the Abyss, and this is a nightmare that I had, and this is just a small snippet from that I have on my phone. But you can see the emotions that I felt during that nightmare. It was fear, helplessness, no control, yearning, terrified of the unknown, intimidated by self-potential. And then right here you can see that I actively said all of these emotions need to be tied to the story of a specific character so that the player can actually, I guess, understand and connect more with the character that they're talking to. And then there's like 4 pages of these. This is another nightmare that I had, if it'll come in focus. Hell Terrors. It's a small snippet from one that I have on my phone, and I can release these for you all if you're interested. But you can see the emotions that I had during that time was terror, and I put, it's in the title, petrified, dismay, euphoria, helplessness. And this, I still remember the full extent of this nightmare today because it was so impactful. So this book, this journal is just bustling with ideas that I thought up, the world that I created, the weapons called purgers that were soul infused. The souls could get corrupted and you can have corrupted purgers. You have humans raising from the dead because of the story, but all of these notes, all of this content, somebody can make a game out of this right now. I can make a game out of this right now. I need to start looking at the camera. I need to start looking at y'all. I'm looking at myself on the screen, so forgive me. But this journal captured a moment in time where I was at, felt like my weakest. And I just wanted to share that to you all, to let you all know that you're not the only one going through it. I struggle getting into the industry as well, and there are countless other people out there who are having a hard time. And what is also therapeutic about writing in a journal is that you get your emotions out on paper so that you can actually analyze them. So whatever turmoil that you're going through, make sure you buy a journal and just write. Mix your experience in with your game ideas, your art, whatever type of discipline that you're in the game design field or the game development field in general. Write it down, draw it. And that's one of the best things about writing in a journal is because, let me see, this journal right here, this is from a mobile game that I was creating back in the day, and I just dropped off of it when I got into AAA because I guess I had made it. But this reminded me of a time where I was so damn passionate about creating and the craft, and somewhere along the way I let AAA take that away from me. But I want to let you all know that always keep a journal, because this is a self-reflection of you. And in this journal, I have so many notes. If I can find them. Okay, there we go. It's upside down. I have so many notes about progression models, what I want the player to do, what type of gameplay is going to be. I was able to draw out the game mechanics as I thought of it. There is so much power to keeping a journal, to let your creativity flow. And one of the great things that a journal allows you to do is you get to look back and see the emotions of the weight of your hand when you are writing down stuff in pen. You'll see bold letters. You'll see when I was feeling very small in the world that my handwriting got a little bit smaller. When I was feeling great, my handwriting got a little bit bigger. All the bold text, you can see the emotion and the weight and the care that went into whatever you were writing down on the page. And I just went through a trip of memory lane yesterday with taking these out of the box, and I'm so thankful that I didn't ever throw these away or forget them anywhere on my move from California up to Seattle. But this is when I was so engrossed in the design of games and having fun, because I was able to write everything down. Let your creativity flow. Buy a journal, buy two. And one of the other things that I like to do is that these are not normal journals. This isn't just a loose leaf notebook that you go out and buy. These are journals that have a design on it. If it'll focus. These are things that you can make more personal. These are not generic, everyday, run-of-the-mill notebooks that you're gonna go out and buy. And I think I bought this one from Hobby Lobby, but buy a unique journal so it's that much more personal to you. And then this journal right here, it also has leather on the front, but it's stitched leather. This is not a normal journal, because as a person who is a creative and trying to reach the industry and share their creative language with the world, why would you want to put all of that knowledge in something basic? And sure, like, you know, on the off topics or the off chance that you don't have your journal around you, I use just basic loose leaf paper to write stuff down. And that was it. And I also use index cards, and let me see if I can find it in this book somewhere from my big narrative. But you can see, like, on this page, I talk about the corruption, the corrupted state, and I have these index cards that I folded up that has extra information about whatever I'm talking about on the page. And I have not done this in years. And then, like, the character Vanheim that I was, you know, writing about, I put this in here just to tell his genetic makeup, what he looks like, what his motivations are. Anything that I wasn't able to add on these 2 pages when I was writing about him went on like these small pieces of paper throughout the notebooks. So you can have so much creative flow with these notebooks and have different ways to use them that you'll never get with keyboard and mouse. Ever. Because you can't feel the weight and the emotion of a keystroke, because the font's gonna look the same on the computer always, no matter what type of mood that you're in. But you get a notebook, you get to see the emotion, you get to see the style of the font of your handwriting and see what you're feeling during that moment, and that means everything, because that's you at the end of the day. So that's all I wanted to say. Quick video. Get a notebook. You're going to be so much better off, and you'll be able to actually think about things in more than just one way. You cannot connect with your work as much on keyboard and mouse on a PC as much as you can with the notebook. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. Buy a notebook, go out to the store, buy a unique one. I have probably about 2 other notebooks just like this that I've written stuff in. And all of these notebooks contain the most creative power that I have ever written down, because this came straight from the heart. Get a notebook. All I'm saying. That's it.